Hello everyone, a very warm welcome back to your favorite sports channel, Sports Trivia. You don't need to see the current affairs in the papers, you don't need to read about it in the news. All the current affairs that you want to know about the world of sports, you find right here on this channel. So thank you for tuning in. I'll start off first with the answers of yesterday's questions and then we can move on to the 5 questions. No, not 5, I've got more for you. So I hope you're ready. Let's count down the questions for yesterday. Here is question number 1. He is now the only Indian spinner to concede 88 runs or more in ODIs twice. It was 89 versus Australia in Sydney on 29th or 27th of November and 88 versus England in Birmingham on 30th June 2019. So who is this cricketer who's probably going through a bit of a bad spell right now? So I think if you've been following the India-Australia series, you will know who I'm talking about. It is the lead spinner for the Indian team, that is Yuzvendra Chahal. And that is the first question. Moving on to question number 2, here it is. The fastest Australian to reach 5,000 runs in ODI is David Warner. Who is the second Australian to achieve this feat? Now again, this is in relation to the ongoing series that's going on. This player just reached this milestone. He's reached it very quickly though. The player that we are talking about is the captain, Aaron Finch. So Aaron Finch took 126 innings and David Warner took only 115. But nevertheless, he has made his mark on that milestone record. Moving on to question number 3 for yesterday, here it is. Virat Kohli took 114 innings to reach 5,000 runs in ODI. He holds a joint position with Sir Vivian Richards. Who tops this list to be able to score 5,000 runs in the quickest amount of time? So actually this answer might be a bit of a surprise. Well, the surprise is not about the quality of the player, that he is a top class batsman, but we wouldn't have thought that he is the one who would have got there so fast. The player is the opening batsman for South Africa, that is Hashim Amla. He took only 101 innings to score 5,000 runs. So that is a big milestone that he has achieved. Moving on to our next question for yesterday, here it is. In the 2020 India-Australia series, Steve Smith scored the third fastest century by an Australian in the ODI when he took 61 balls to score the century. The person who holds the second position is James Faulkner. Now, who is the person who tops this list? Well, when I tell you his name, you might be taken back a little. That's because he's not had a good IPL, but we know of his explosive potential. So the player that we are talking about is Glenn Maxwell, and he managed to score 100 in just 51 deliveries, which is almost at a strike rate of 200. So, and in this series also he's playing really well. So that is the answer for that question. Moving on to our second last question for yesterday. I had shown you an image of a weightlifter. The question was, this Iranian weightlifter won a silver medal at the men's 105 kg event at the 2012 London Summer Olympics. The gold was won by Oleksiy of Ukraine. He has tested positive for prohibited substances and hence now the gold will be awarded to this Iranian weightlifter. All I wanted you to do was tell me his name. So this was a bit tough one, but obviously current affairs, so those of you who are following up will know. The answer for this is Nawab Nasir's Halal. So that brings us to our last question for yesterday. Here it is. This player has been considered as the most successful coach of the ISL. Who are we talking about? Now obviously, if I'll tell you the name of the team he coaches. He's the coach of the ATK Mohan Bagan team, and that probably must be one of the most decorated teams of Indian football. So now I think you know the coach that we are talking about. His name is Antonio Lopez Habas. So those were our questions for yesterday. It's time to move on to the questions for today. So here they are. I've got 6 of them for you. Let's count them down. Here is question number 1. Whose ODI strike rate is the highest amongst batsmen with 1500 plus runs? Now don't try to jump to conclusions. You feel you might know the answer, but think a little deeper and think about the quality of the batsman, the style of their playing, and then you'll be able to crack this one. Moving on to question number 2 for today, here it is. Who was the first Indian player to sign the Women's Big Bash League contract in the year 2020? So that is our second question. Now I'm telling you again, may not be the obvious pick that you're thinking about, maybe an unorthodox or someone who you're not even thinking about. So give a thought to this question. Moving on to question number 3. Here it is. On the 5th of December 2020, an exhibition boxing bout was scheduled at the Staples Center in LA. One of the boxer is Roy Jones Jr. The other one is coming out of his retirement to fight the bout. I want you to tell me the name of this other boxer. So that was our third question. Moving on to question number 4. You need to tell me the name of this Indian racer who earned the maiden Formula 2 podium after pipping championship leader Mick Schumacher for the third place at the Bahrain Grand Prix support race. All you have to do is tell me the name of this Indian talent who's setting the F2 F1 world on fire. So that brings us to our second last question for today. So here it is. The Hand of God t-shirt of Maradona is in possession of a player who you will be able to see on your screen right about now. So the Hand of God t-shirt of Maradona is in possession of this player. All you have to do is give me the name of this player. And that brings us to our last question for today. So here it is. Have a good look at the image or / logo coming up on your screen right now. So now that you've seen the logo, the question is, you have to identify the logo of the Women's Big Bash League, and this team went on to win the BBL or WBBL tournament in the year 2020. So these are our questions for today. I hope you enjoyed them. I will obviously be back tomorrow with some more questions and some more answers. So do stay tuned in. Do wait for my video. I will be back. Till then, you can start writing the answers of today's questions in the comments below. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That's all from me for now. I will see you all tomorrow. Till then, stay safe, take care, good night, and have a very, 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 very safe life.